Then I heard, because Sean was sitting next to me, Sean Porter, and he was like, yeah, I was talking to Vandy. He was like, you know, talking about survival.
Did King Combs just make the biggest mistake of his life by disrespecting 50 Cent? One single line in his rap set off a huge reaction, and now 50 is coming back in a way only he can. This isn't just a rap beef. It's a showdown between a legend and someone who clearly didn't see what was coming. So, what did King Combs say to start all this? In his diss track Pick a Side, he aimed some serious shots at 50 Cent, even throwing out a few threats. One line went, "Police raid the crib like they think we're selling substances, but we're out here selling tracks, multi-million dollars." But now, 50's response is shaking up the whole rap scene. And Diddy's son? He's probably regretting those words now. This drama's about to get wild, and everyone's waiting to see how 50 takes things from here. But wait, it gets even crazier. King Combs didn't stop there. He dropped more bold lines, rapping, "Knock these doors down like them Fetty boys, running both our cribs. Too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door, 'cause that's the one they missed." Fans think he might have slipped up big time with that "one next door" line. It sounds like he accidentally gave away where his dad's real stuff might be hidden. Oops. If that's true, he might have just low-key snitched on Diddy. And the drama doesn't end with just the lyrics. Christian Combs is making even more noise by flashing gang signs, like he's trying to act tough. But everyone knows that's not really his life. On top of that, he made a bold shout-out to 50 Cent's iconic song Many Men and his legendary album Get Rich or Die Tryin'. He's definitely poking the bear now. And of course, 50 wasn't going to let that slide. He came back strong, and now everyone is waiting to hear what 50 said. Let's just say, things aren't looking good for King Combs. What's crazy is how unbothered King Combs seems by all the red flags. It's like he doesn't realize he's messing with some serious fire. Fire that could burn him bad. What he doesn't get is that while he's been given everything, 50 Cent built his empire from scratch. 50 didn't just survive the hardest streets, he owned them. So, here's the big question. How deep is Christian really in right now? And is he secretly regretting messing with 50 Cent? This whole thing is far from over, and trust me, it's about to get even messier. Anyone who knows 50 Cent knows he's been at Diddy for years, long before all the drama with accusations and crazy party stories. 50's been throwing shade at Diddy like it's a full-time job. Over 10 years ago, he started hinting at Diddy's secrets, and he didn't hold back. One of his biggest shots was when he posted a picture of himself in a hospital bed surrounded by stuffed animals with the caption, "Sorry, I can no longer help you guys." 50's never been afraid to take aim at anyone. "You will all be gay and happy, under the leadership of Puff Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow." But 50 Cent wasn't finished yet. He posted a picture of Diddy and Rick Ross on stage, looking super cozy, almost like they were about to kiss. Then, he dropped another photo of Diddy in a pink outfit, hugging a former record exec, with the caption, "I ain't saying nothing, but something ain't right." Oh. 50 was on fire, and Diddy couldn't catch a break. The drama hit a new level when 50 spilled some major tea on the radio. He claimed Diddy once invited him to a party and promised him an all-expenses-paid shopping spree. But instead of being flattered, 50 was confused and snapped back, asking, "What did you just say?" The drama didn't stop there. Diddy tried to brush it off in an interview, saying, "I thought he needed some clothes. I'm just a nice guy." Then came the big bombshell, Cassie's $30 million lawsuit, where she accused Diddy of serious misconduct. When news broke that Diddy paid up within 24 hours, 50 couldn't help but troll him. He posted, "He paid that money real quick. Should have done that before the sharks smelled blood in the water." And here they come in every woman he's put his hands on. But that wasn't the end of it. 50 dropped another bombshell, saying he's working on a documentary about Diddy. Yep, you heard that right. He even teased it on social media. Things are only getting messy, eh? 50 Cent just turned up the heat again. He posted an article with a caption, "I thought Diddy was a billionaire music mogul. If he's smart, he'll file for bankruptcy now. Anyone with real money knows why I'm saying this. I'm the best producer for the job. Get ready for the receipts." And he wasn't kidding. He already leaked a sneak peek of his documentary, and it's loaded with some heavy accusations. In the clip, former Bad Boy rapper Mark Curry made some shocking claims, saying Diddy used to spike bottles of Moed at clubs to make women act real slippery. He even said Diddy would warn people, don't touch those bottles. Only drink from these ones over here. Yikes. So, how does this give 50 the upper hand? With all these serious accusations coming out, 50 looks like he's in control of the situation. And Diddy's sons? They better watch what they say about 50. If Diddy gets taken down, they could be caught up in it too. This mess is just getting started, and 50 seems ready to expose it all.
Giving him the grace of, saying, he is innocent until proven guilty.
I believe in that. I believe in innocent before proven guilty.
In 2024, with all the drama around Diddy, 50 Cent decided to take a shot at Jason Derulo after Jason spoke up for Diddy. It all started when a TMZ reporter asked Jason if he thought Diddy should be canceled because of the accusations. Jason, trying to stay neutral, said Diddy was innocent until proven guilty and that he believed in that. Well, 50 Cent didn't agree with Jason's take. He wasted no time jumping on Instagram, reposting the TMZ article and throwing some serious shade at Jason. 50 even joked that Jason might be involved in Diddy's alleged freak-offs, saying, "Shut up, let me find out you're on one of those tapes, boy." But Jason wasn't having it. He clapped back in style by posting a video of himself fighting a man with 50's face edited onto the guy's head. It was a bold and funny move. Jason made it clear that he wasn't scared of 50. To make sure the point was clear, he captioned it, 50's first hit in 20 years. I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, Diddy's mostly been ignoring 50's digs, staying pretty quiet. But Diddy's son, Christian Combs, is getting involved now, and things are only heating up. Diddy's youngest son, Christian, couldn't keep his cool. Instead of staying out of the mess, he decided to jump into it with 50 Cent. But Christian's got his own baggage. He's already been dragged into a lawsuit with Diddy by producer Lil Rod, who accused Christian, Diddy, and Justin Combs of mistreating a woman. Things only got crazier when the feds raided Diddy's homes in LA and Miami. During the raid, Christian and Justin were reportedly handcuffed and thrown into police cars. It looked like something straight out of a movie, with 30 law enforcement vehicles and 3 Bearcats rolling in just as the news cameras showed up. As if that wasn't enough, Christian's tangled up even more. A woman named Grace O.M. Mark recently filed a lawsuit against him. She says he groped her while she worked on a yacht Diddy had rented in late 2022. According to the lawsuit, there are audio recordings where Grace tells Christian to stop while kissing sounds can be heard in the background. So now the big question is, how deep is Christian in all this, and can he get out of it? How much trouble is Christian really in? Is he about to follow his dad into a legal mess? Everyone is waiting to find out. And 50 Cent isn't letting Christian off the hook. While everyone's talking about the drama with Diddy, 50 is making sure Christian gets pulled into the chaos too. Rumor has it, Christian might be just as messy as his dad, and 50 isn't wasting any time calling it out. In classic 50 Cent style, he started trolling by posting a photo of Christian and Diddy on stage with the caption, "I feel so threatened by what Christian is saying on his record. I'm afraid for my life. Please don't hurt me, guys." I never mentioned anything about Puffy's kids because Cafe D said he uninvited Tupac. Hello. But 50 didn't stop there. He took another shot at Christian, making fun of his family's alleged special cocktails. He posted, "I really don't understand why they'd want to poison women with substances. If she can't remember how good it was the next morning, how do you connect?" 50's clearly having fun with this, and Christian is in the spotlight now more than ever. 50 Cent turned up the heat by sharing some lyrics from Christian's song, where he talks about sucking wood. Of course, 50 couldn't resist commenting, saying, "Damn, Christian Combs, is that what you told Grace Mark on that boat? Gave her the puffy juice with that special sauce in it. LOL. Boy, oh boy. Bad boy for life." The pettiness was off the charts, but fans loved it. Christian definitely didn't get away unscathed. But wait, it gets even juicier. 50 shared another clip from the same song, where Christian seemed to hint at some shady stuff involving a house next door. 50 jumped in with, "Now, why would you say something like this when you know the feds are investigating? Are you stupid or are you dumb?" He called Christian out for acting tough like he's from the streets, saying, Christian's just a rich kid who doesn't understand how the streets work. Meanwhile, 50, who built his whole reputation surviving in those very streets, is loving every minute of this. With Diddy's legal troubles still hanging around, the drama just keeps getting bigger. Is 50 Cent about to pull Christian into the drama for good? One thing's clear, this story isn't over, and Christian might want to stay on his toes. Before he became the 50 Cent we know today, the man who turned his tough street life into a legend, he was Curtis Jackson. Growing up in South Jamaica, Queens, Curtis was surrounded by chaos from the start. His mom, Sabrina, was involved in illegal activities, and when Curtis was just 8 years old, she tragically died in a mysterious fire. With his dad completely out of the picture, Curtis went to live with his grandparents, where survival was everything. By age 11, Curtis was already boxing, preparing for the rough world around him. But it didn't stop there. Just a year later, he stepped into the illegal substance game. While other kids were playing video games, Curtis was hiding cash and guns from his grandparents, pretending to be at after-school programs. A hustler from the start, he was determined to make it. Curtis was far from your average kid. By his teenage years, he had fully embraced the street life. No more sneaking around. He told his grandmother straight up, "I sell." By 17, he was cruising in a Benz with 2 guns on him. The streets weren't just a part of his life. They were who he was. And drama? It followed him everywhere. In 1994, Curtis was caught selling cocaine to an undercover cop. After that, the cops raided his house, found drugs and a gun, and he was sentenced to 3 to 9 years in prison. But he only served 6 months in a boot camp, leaving with his GED and a sharper edge than before. The name 50 Cent wasn't just for show. It was inspired by a Brooklyn criminal, Kelvin 50 Cent Martin, who took what he wanted without hesitation. Curtis took on the name as a badge of honor, symbolizing his survival instincts and no-nonsense attitude. This was just the start of 50 Cent's climb to power in the rap world.
Yeah, I mean, you've been shot how many times? 9 times?
Yeah, 9 times.
9 times and you lived.
Yeah, there was one incident though.
50 Cent's rise to fame wasn't your usual rags to riches story. It was all about survival. And let's be honest, it almost ended when he got shot 9 times in 2000. But instead of letting it break him, 50 took that painful moment and used it to fuel his career. It only made him more of a force to be reckoned with. On the flip side, there's King Combs, Diddy's son, living the high life, surrounded by luxury and privilege. While 50 was fighting to survive on the tough streets of South Jamaica, Queens, King was out there enjoying his trust fund lifestyle. In 50's world, showing any weakness was like giving up your chance to survive, and those street lessons turned him into the tough, untouchable figure he is today. 50's resilience is like no other. He went from the rough streets to becoming a king in the music world. His story proves that no matter where you come from, you can make it to the top if you've got the right mindset. 50 Cent is the definition of a boss. While others in the industry avoid drama, he heads straight into it. Take his showdown with Suge Knight, the powerful head of Death Row Records. When Suge tried to intimidate him, 50 didn't even blink. He just shrugged and walked away, leaving Suge powerless. But 50 isn't just a street-smart hustler. He's an empire builder. His first album, Get Rich or Die Tryin', broke records and launched his career to new heights. Since then, he's been involved in everything: movies, TV, even booze. And he has this crazy ability to turn every investment into something that makes him money. His hustle is on a whole different level. And just in case you thought he was all about business, don't forget about that time he got shot 9 times. Instead of bringing him down, it made him even more legendary. That moment became his badge of honor, showing the world just how tough and resilient he really is. Here's the big question. If 50 Cent's reputation went up against Diddy's dynasty, who would come out on top? Being Diddy's son comes with a lot of money, but also a lot of drama. The Combs family seems to have more than their fair share of both. Every time you look, there's a new scandal or accusation making waves. Take it back to 2003, when the National Labor Committee dropped some serious bombs about the workers making Sean John clothes. Diddy got hit with shocking claims. Things like invasive body searches, forced pregnancy tests, and even controlling bathroom breaks. And here's the twist. He could have fixed it quickly, but didn't act until much later. The committee even called him out for waiting too long to step in. That same year, Kirk Burroughs tried to sue Diddy, claiming he was pushed out of Bad Boy Records. Seems like Diddy's legacy isn't all glitz and glamour. Diddy's legal troubles just keep stacking up. Back in 2006, a lawsuit from Kirk Burroughs went nowhere because the statute of limitations had expired. But the drama didn't stop there. In 2005, TV host Rielio Mills sued Diddy for mistreatment. Then, there was DJ Richard Dearlove in the UK. Dearlove had been using the name Diddy for years, but so was Diddy. The DJ sued and Diddy lost, having to pay him a lot of money. That's why Diddy is known as P. Diddy in the UK. Things got even messier in 2015 when Diddy was arrested for aggravated misconduct after an argument with his son's football coach. The charges were dropped later, but it added to the pile of drama. In 2021, Diddy sued the new owners of his brand Sean John for using his image without permission. Then in 2023, he sued Diageo, the company behind his vodka and tequila brands, claiming racial discrimination and that they were holding back his brands. But by January 2024, Diddy dropped the case and ended his partnership with them. It's like the legal mess never ends for him. Diddy's legal troubles are stacking up, and you have to wonder what it's like for his kids growing up in all that chaos. With their dad always in the news for investigations and lawsuits, it's hard to imagine how they keep their heads above water. And with so many accusations against him, it makes you wonder if 50 Cent is planning to target Diddy's son next. Could that be why he's so scared of 50? Things are getting real messy, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. In November 2023, Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura, dropped a bombshell lawsuit against him, accusing him of everything from trafficking to abuse. She even claimed Diddy was behind the explosion of her boyfriend Kid Cudi's car. True to form, Diddy settled the case the very next day without saying much. But then, just when it seemed like things had calmed down, 2 more lawsuits popped up, accusing him of sexual abuse and revenge porn. The drama just doesn't end with him. The trouble for Diddy just keeps getting worse. In the 90s, a lawsuit came out saying that Diddy and singer Aaron Hall were involved in some shady behavior with a woman, and that Diddy even recorded it. Then in May 2024, things took a wild turn when a video showed Diddy physically mistreating Cassie back in 2016, something she had already mentioned in her lawsuit. But it didn't stop there. In October 2024, The Washington Post shocked everyone by revealing that a team of lawyers was planning to file up to 120 more lawsuits against Diddy. The lawsuits involved both men and women, including minors, who claimed their drinks were spiked, and some were offered hush money to stay quiet. But the real bombshell came when the lawyers said they had evidence showing that Diddy wasn't the only one involved. There were others who either saw what was happening or even helped encourage it. Diddy's legal team is working hard to defend him, but with every new revelation, things keep getting messier. And then, in September 2024, Diddy was arrested for even more serious charges. It's clear that this situation is far from over. Things took a crazy turn for Diddy in 2024. He ended up facing serious charges: racketeering, misconduct, and even transporting people for prostitution. He's now locked up in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, sharing a cell with Sam Bankman-Fried. With everything falling apart, no wonder Diddy's son, King Combs, is freaked out by 50 Cent. Honestly, who could blame him? With his dad's life in shambles, it's easy to see why King might be nervous. This story is far from over, and the drama is only getting bigger. King Combs, with his talent and that famous last name, might have made a huge mistake by throwing shade at 50. I mean, who even dares to do that? Everyone knows 50 doesn't just clap back, he destroys. Just look at Ja Rule. Instead of a regular beef, 50 turned Ja's career into a joke. Ja went from being on top to becoming a punchline. And now, King's following in those same footsteps. Someone better get him a PR team, or this is going to get ugly. 50 Cent is a king when it comes to petty moves, and no one does it like him. Remember when he bought the first 4 rows of Ja Rule's concert just to leave them empty? Poor Ja ended up performing to a bunch of empty seats while the audience probably just stared. And who can forget the time he dared Floyd Mayweather to read a page from a Harry Potter book? 50 is a master of trolling, and honestly, he's a punchline genius. Now, if King Combs thinks it's a good idea to mess with 50, he might be in for a rough ride. 50 doesn't just attack your music. He goes after your whole image, your vibe, and everything you stand for. It's like a chess game, and 50 is always thinking 3 moves ahead. Let's be real, 50 has been through it all, from the streets to dominating music, TV, and business. He's a legend for a reason. This isn't just some rapper trying to grab attention, 50's on a whole other level. King Combs might think he's ready, but 50's beefs aren't just about words. They can change everything. So now, we're all left wondering, will 50 strike back? And if he does, how hard is it going to hit? How crazy will 50 Cent get with this? One thing's for sure, he's not the type to rush. 50 is all about waiting for that perfect moment to hit, and when he does, it's game over. King Combs might feel like he's on top now, but he's going up against someone who's been through it all, survived the streets, built an empire, and turned every obstacle into an opportunity. If King Combs keeps poking the bear, he might just bring out 50's savage side. And trust, that's something you don't want to mess with. This isn't just about who's the best rapper. It's about legacy, respect, and knowing when to stay in your lane. King Combs might end up as one of those stories we all laugh about later, like, remember when Diddy's son thought he could take on 50? So what do you think? Is King Combs really ready for all that smoke? Or is he about to learn a hard lesson? And what's going on with Diddy's never-ending legal mess? Are his sons really involved in all this? Is there a secret house hiding all of Diddy's secrets? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the latest celebrity drama. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss what happens next. We promise, you won't want to miss it.